So it's about 15 minutes before work starts in the shop, and I wanted to let y'all know about a decision I made that is guaranteed to cost me at least $1 million in revenue in the next 12 months on wood products. So I made the decision recently to, after 14 years, to stop all personalized products. No Etsy, no Drapella Works, all of it's officially gone already. Yeah, and so you may be asking yourself, well, why the hell would you do that, right? I mean, Etsy has done for us over $10 million in sales. Our website has done not quite that much, but quite a bit as well. And so I just wanted to tell you all this update. So those of you who don't know, about 14 years ago, I started woodworking when I was 16 years old, and the purpose of it was to put me through high school, college, and it did. Whenever I was 16, I was making domino tables. Then I started college, and I came out with this docking station. And so at age 19, I started an Etsy shop and started this docking station thing, and it did $1 million in sales while I was in college. And we ran that out of a horse barn. So I hired my parents and friends and family and everybody I can find, and ended up graduating with 7 full-time employees. With that money, I didn't party with it. I built this giant wood shop right here. And then I came out with a piggy bank. Right after I graduated, I came out with this product called a piggy bank, and it actually built this little add-on right here that I'm currently standing in, and really paid for a lot of stuff. And so we did a few $1 million in sales with that, and then China came in and kind of messed it up a little bit, but we ended up doing like millions and millions of dollars in piggy bank sales. Well, along the way, around 2020, 2021, I made this YouTube channel, or this video right here, right, called Cutting It Close. And it grew to kind of what it is today, which is not massive, but not small. And, I've been really working hard to get a lot of my focus back so I could become great again. Because whenever I was just doing Etsy or just doing piggy banks, I was the best in the world at it. In my opinion, I was master of it. And so lately, I haven't been a master of it because I've been doing a little bit of Etsy, a little bit of Cutting It Close, and it just hasn't been what I wanted. And so something had to give. And so I decided to cut the thing that got me here. And honestly, that's even hard for me to say because it's literally everything we've done up to this point has been personalized products. But along the way, for whatever reason, I decided to start CIC Workshop, and we have like wooden panels and stuff like that we make, and we sell to you guys, we sell bits, we sell materials, all that good stuff. And what happened is that took off as well. And at a certain point, it actually passed Etsy. It actually passed my personalized products. And it passed them not because it was just so much better, or actually it's less profitable than that. It passed it because that's what I was watering, right? And whatever you water will grow. And so because I was watering CIC Workshop, it grew and it outgrew Etsy because I didn't have the focus to do Etsy anymore. And at a certain point in like a business, I guess you'd say, you have to make the decision. And so the business decision was quite not so hard. Etsy was bringing in, a lower percentage, but it had almost 75% of the things that we manufacture inside of this shop. 75%. And so by cutting Etsy and cutting Drapella Works and the personalized products, I did not fire anybody. I didn't not employ a single person, but we did cut about 200 SKUs in different products that we make in the shop. And on the secondary level, like on the emotional level, it was really, really hard to cut it. I definitely shed quite a few tears, but I was able to make the decision and do it. Now you may be asking, well, Ryan, why not just put that on the back burner? Let somebody else run that, right? Let somebody else do Etsy, do the website. You built it up. You have 30,000 five-star reviews. You know, why, right? Why shut it down? Well, it's kind of like if you ever dated somebody, whenever you like break up with them, you got to break up with them, right? You can't just say, hey, you know, I'm kind of seeing you, kind of not. I kind of have this other person that I kind of like. You have to just do it. And it has to be ruthless sometimes. And that's what this move had to be. And so knowing that I was going to lose $1 million in revenue the next year, knowing that I am terrified of making this decision, knowing that this may or may not work, I made the decision. And so what this does not mean is that I'm not doing, it doesn't mean that I'm not still making products for people. Like we just got an order for 300 cutting boards the other day, and you know, it was a $12,000 order. You know, like I'm still doing that. I just got done with a $25,000 order for a big hotel chain. And so we're still doing all of those things. It's just we're no longer doing it on Etsy or on the website or anything like that. And so, you know, a couple of y'all may have questions of like, would I do Etsy over again? Absolutely. I would 100% do it over again. I literally did $10 million or a lot more. I just don't know the exact number, like 10 million plus in sales on Etsy. You know, but I think for me, what the biggest like difference is I really like y'all guys. You know, whenever I sold a piggy bank or a cutting board, sometimes I saw like the happiness on the kid's face that got it, or the wedding couple, right? I got pictures of that. But at the end of the day, I know y'all guys. Y'all come to the shop. I know I'm helping y'all. Y'all are buying stuff from me and making stuff with it. And to me, that's one of like God's greatest gifts, is the ability to create with your hands and your mind. And I'm enabling a whole bunch of other people to do it because I have a really big shop, or a decently big shop with really expensive equipment. I get wood by the 18-wheeler load. We have one coming in today. And so all of this is going to be stacked up. And I find pure joy in the fact that I'm allowing others to build stuff that will live on past them. And, you know, with personalized products, I didn't have that. And before, I was just trying to create anything to make a profit. And now I'm trying to build something, if that makes sense. And so I looked and said, what do I actually want to do over the next 10 years? Like, what run do I want to make next 10, 20 years? Is it with personalized products, or is it with this right here? And I've decided it's going to be with this. And it allows us to double down. It allows us to create amazing things. That room right there is now a new little like teaching studio that I did not have before. And so I'm able to teach more on there. And so for the future, what's coming is you're going to see more videos, more teaching, more of me, more focus, right? And it's not just about me, it's about the team, right? The team that's building all of this stuff. You see that cluster right there? That's because of lack of focus, and that's what we're trying to get back. So operational efficiency, but also the mindset of this is the person you are helping, right? It's the person with a CNC router or the woodworker that doesn't have really big and cool equipment that needs to be able to create things with their mind and their hands. So in the future, you're going to see live streams, you're going to see more than one video a week, you're going to see better teaching, better focus from me, better focus from my team, and the future is bright. Do I know if this is the right decision? Yes. Do I know if it's going to work? No. But you can bet your ass I'm going to be working like hell, and if you're my competitor, look out, and if you're my friend, I'll be here for you. Thank you guys, and as always, remember, if you ain't cutting it close, you ain't cutting it right.